Hello, 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 everybody on the Spiritual Events Directory. Let me just find it here on my phone. Yes, we are live. Woohoo! Okay. Welcome to Sunday night, and thank you, Sarah and the Spiritual Events Directory, for not only hosting my show, but so many other amazing people that are here teaching and helping you with your intuitive abilities and your spirituality. So it's an amazing place to be. And thank you all for gathering here in this community. It's incredible. Hello, Cash James. So tonight we are going to be talking about karma. Karma is also known as the law of cause and effect. Hey, Paulette. Hi, Kylie. Yeah, the viewers are growing. Beautiful. Hey, Tanya. It's so nice to see you all here. So I will be pulling some cards tonight. I've got my Angel Answers deck, which I haven't used for a while, which I'll be using. And I'm also going to be using my Angels of Abundance cards. But first of all, I want to talk about cause and effect. The law of cause and effect, which is also karma. And I want to talk about it in respect to how we change things in our lives. And, oh, hey, Janelle. Hey, Gayleen. Hey, Cash. Hey, Wendy. Hey, Sandra. Hey, Pat. You made it. So I want to talk about the karma, the law of cause and effect. That's really what it is. You have a cause and it creates an effect. Now, in life, this happens in many areas, in all areas actually, because every effect starts with a cause. So some effects that we are experiencing now are from a cause that we created. Some of them are because of generational causes. But I really specifically want to just ask you and talk to you about this in the vein of what is the biggest change you need to make right now, or not need, no one needs to change. What is the biggest change you are desiring right now? And do you get to a point where you think you've tried everything and still you go back to the same effect? That's what I want to talk about tonight. And I really want to help some of you with that and trying to move forward from that. But the main thing here is that every effect starts with a cause. Every result you're having now starts with a cause. It started with you doing something to create that effect. So let's have, oh, hey, Sally. Hi, Barbara. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Cash. Yes, I painted this one. I've got quite a few beautiful paintings around here that I did. I should swap them every week so you can see. Striving is not good energy. So striving is lack. Striving is usually lack energy, Pat, which is not good energy. But, what are you desiring really is a better energy. So let me say a few examples here of cause and effect, just so that you understand. Let's say you want to be healthier and lose weight. Now, the actual cause of weight, there's probably a few causes, the psychological, metaphysical, but the physical cause of that is more calories than you're burning off. Now, if you have the desire to change the effect of what you see on the scales or on your body, you have to start at the cause. And you have to reduce the amount of calories and burn off more so that your body starts to shed. Now, there are other causes for weight as well. And so you could very well be doing that with your diet, with your exercise, and still holding on to the weight. So then you need to ask yourself, well, what else is causing this effect? What is causing this effect? And there could be some type of emotional protection belief in you that is holding that weight on. There could be a really low self-worth that's holding that weight on. So you have to look at the cause and change the cause to get a different effect. Now, it's also the same with finances. If you're seeking to become more financially secure and you're not at the moment, then you need to start at the cause there to create a different effect. Because obviously whatever your actions are right now, they need to change to have that different effect. So and look, it's the same in everything, and even relationships, right? If you've come out of a bad relationship, whether it's abusive or controlling, if you don't actually shift your energy and your self-worth and your what you're attracting, then the effect will be the same and you will attract the same. So how do we go about change in a more effective way? And I feel because it's called karma, everybody kind of thinks it's, old karma from previous lifetimes, or, I did something bad, so that bad's going to come back to me. That is cause and effect. It absolutely is. And I don't want to talk about negatives tonight. So let's talk about karma in positives. You do something really wonderful for someone today, that will come back to you. That will be the effect of that kindness. It may not come back to you in the way that you expect, but it will do that full circle and it will come back. And, that's what people I guess, have that understanding of karma is what you give out, you get back. Well, that's cause and effect. And that is at the core of everything in your reality right now. Everything that you're experiencing, everything that you are experiencing started with a cause. You created a thought, a belief, an action to bring that effect. Now, so if you look around you in your reality and there's some things and some areas that you're not quite comfortable with at the moment that you want to change, whether that's in health or relationships or well-being or your career or your finances, change won't happen with the same cause. Change will only happen when you create a new cause, a new action, a new thought, a new belief, a new feeling, a new perception. And that new perception, that new feeling, that new thought will then manifest a new effect. So let me see. Hey, Ginia. Hey, Emery. I see signs. Do what I thought was sign, but got it wrong. So I get stuck to whether the signs are here to help me or not. Well, Emery, all signs are a message. It's how you interpret it, I think. And nothing is ever wrong or right. That's also your perception. So the effect, let me just use that as an example. Hey, Karen. Hi, Christine. The effect you're having right now is you're seeing signs and then you're getting stuck. as to whether that they're there to help you or not. So that's the effect. What's the cause? You're not trusting. There's something there that you're not trusting within yourself or within those signs. Or quite often, and I'm guilty of this too, you overanalyze the signs, and then that brings you to that indecision. But here's the other cause that could be what's happening. You're not grounded. When you're not grounded, you are not on a solid foundation to make that decision or have faith or have trust in what shows up for you. So there'd be a few different causes for that. But Anne-Marie, what you could do immediately to shift the block there is to say to yourself, I trust the signs. I trust the signs that come. And that's creating a different energy, a different cause, a different reaction within you. So when the signs do come, you won't overanalyze it. You'll go, oh, wow, that's interesting. Do I want to act on that or not? Oh, that's interesting. And that will create a whole new effect because you'll start being curious about what signs come for you. And when you're open to receive these signs, you will get more and more guidance on a daily basis. When you're confused about the signs, you're kind of staying in that. It's really a bit of a victim mentality, actually, because you know that the signs are coming, but then they come and you're like, oh, no, I don't know, I can't work it out. So I would start saying, I trust the signs that are coming. I trust the signs that come to me. I wonder what will show up today. And that creates a new energy within you where you're actually really excited to see what shows up, and you're not caught up in the head about whether you're meant to do it or not. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Hey, Angela, how you going? So, so whatever it is that you're trying to shift or change in your life, it needs to come from the root of it, the cause of it, not from the superficial external. And that is where a lot of people get stuck. And I'll give you myself as an example, as I often do, with finances. So I was trying to create a different effect in finances because I was in lack and struggle for so long. And the way I was trying to fix that and create a different effect was by working hard. If I work hard, I'll fix the problem. If I work hard, I'll fix the problem. Work hard, bring more money in, I'll fix the problem. But the problem wasn't how much money was coming in. The problem was that the cause of the problem was me not feeling worthy to have it. And so until that cause shifted, the effect didn't shift. So it didn't really matter how much money I made, right? How many jobs I had, how hard I worked. It didn't change because the cause hadn't changed. It only changed, the effect only changed when I changed within myself and understood that I deserved to receive and that I was worthy. And when that happened, I actually could work less. And so now I'm in the effect of this new cause. I'm in the effect of actually working not as hard, right? Not pushing myself constantly, but actually always having money. So, and you have to actually get to the cause of it. And this is what I do with my clients too. We get to the bottom of things. And, you know, a lot of people come to me for financial help, but also for relationship help. And, you know, there's a lot of people who are trying to work on the external in that too, right? You know, this is a bad relationship because that person was a bad person. And so then they find another relationship, works out the same. This relationship is not good because of that person. No, that's not it. That effect will keep happening until the cause of that issue is shifted. And the cause of any relationship issue is the energy of you that's attracting those people. And your belief about what you deserve and what you don't deserve. So the cause of that needs to shift from the internal as well. It's an internal issue. And as soon as the internal changes, the external changes. So the cause is in here, the effect is out here. Hello, Tracy. How are you going? Hi, JJam. How are you? Happy Sunday. So, is anybody struggling with a change in their life right now that you might like to get some help on? Or has anybody else experienced that? You know, really trying to change things from the external and thinking that you've done everything you can, and yet the circumstances still stay the same, when really you haven't even gone to the cause of the problem, and so the effect will still be the same. Oh, you've got an ex's death that will... Oh, you're asking me. Okay. So the reason I wanted to talk about this, hey, Michelle, tonight is because this is how all change starts. And one of the other issues here is that sometimes we can't see the cause, or we can't relate in this lifetime to what has caused our current reality or effect. So sometimes these are caused through generational learning, you know, DNA learning, programming. So sometimes we also have to go back there and shift that. And one of the really beautiful things about creating change in your life is that it not only helps you and your current reality, it also helps all of those people around you, but it also helps your timeline going forward. And it also actually helps all of your lifetimes going backwards. It actually clears a lot of things because time is a construct. So if you think that the effort of change in this current moment or lifetime for you is not worth it because, you know, you don't think it's that important, it absolutely is, because it changes everything, not only in your reality now, but on a multidimensional level. It changes a lot, and it changes all of it changes different energies within you through all timelines. So it really is important to follow through anything that really doesn't feel in alignment right now. That really means that you need a change in that area, and change will come from the inside, not from the external. Go to the cause. You know, don't play around in the external where you're only just trying to change the effect with the wrong tools. Okay, what else have we got here? Melissa, I'm struggling trying to get to know who I am. Yeah, that's Oh, thank you, Cash. Yes. um, Melissa, struggling to get to know who I am. I think what the struggle there is, Melissa, is that you don't have the trust in who you are. And the cause of that is what we get told in our lifetime and by society, and what we get programmed. We're told we're not good enough, or we're told we can't shine, or we're told we can't speak, or we're told we're not good enough to do this or that or whatever. Then, we start to believe it. And then we're in this misalignment with ourselves, where we've got one part of us that absolutely knows who they are. And we've got the other part of us, which is that little voice saying, who do you think you are doing that? So the actual cause of this has to come back to your heart, what you think, what you say to yourself, Melissa. And it really also comes down to what brings you joy. Make that your question this week, Melissa. What brings you joy? Because when you can really answer that, or write down 5 or 10 things, then you'll know who you are. What brings you joy? Yeah? Try that. Let me pull a card for you as well. Oh, look at that. Be assertive, Melissa. This is be assertive with yourself is what they're saying to me. Just be more assertive with yourself. Don't worry, and don't even share it with anybody else, right? You don't have to get permission. Ask yourself all week, and all of you can do this, what brings me joy? What lights me up? And not the shoulds and the, this is how it's meant to be, and all the other voices in your head from other people and other generations. What lights you up? Right? Could be as simple as reading a book. And if that's what lights you up, that's enough. Right? So ask yourself that question this week. What lights you up? And I also just want you to take action on 1 or 2 of those things, Melissa. Be assertive this week with yourself. Take action on a couple of those things that bring you joy, because it's in the joy of living that you will find, your true self, who you are, and your essence. All right, Margaret, I'm struggling at the moment with income. I'm doing everything outside of me to change it. Yeah, absolutely, Margaret. It won't change the effect. If you're only doing the external stuff, it won't change the effect. And, I really only learnt this recently, because I'm actually earning less now than I was a couple of years ago, but I seem to always have more. And it's not because I've changed the external, right? I've actually changed in here. So changing the external and just focusing on that is very frustrating. And we just go around in that circle of struggle and lack. So you have to start within here and really putting finances up on top of your value list and making that important. And that won't happen until you feel that you are worthy of that in your life. So start on the inside, Margaret. Angela, I have a beautiful relationship, but I struggle with it not moving forward, and it looks impossible. Well, you could be blocking it, Angela, but the underlying energy of that and the actual effect of the actual cause of that is you struggling with yourself and trying to find your happiness or your joy or the magic in life outside of yourself. And so often we do that in relationships, and we put the other person under a lot of pressure. And you may have had that happen to you as well. you put the other person under a lot of pressure and responsibility to make you happy. And when that doesn't happen, you start either blaming yourself or blaming him or her, or wondering whether you're just not suited. To have a most magical relationship, it has to start with self, the inner cause, the inner cause. So why are you not moving forward? That's what I want to ask you, Angela. Why do you feel you're not moving forward? What's holding you back? Find that cause, and you can change that effect, and you will see that relationship change. So what is stopping you from moving forward? Don't put the onus on your partner. What's stopping you, and why do you feel it's impossible? There's some fear or some old block here, some vision or perception you have of what might happen if you move it forward that is holding you back. And it won't really have anything to do with the other person. So look at yourself for that cause. Let me see what comes up for you. Trust. Perfect. So Angela, please trust that you are good enough. Please trust that you're good enough. And you have the answers. You really do. And please also trust, they're telling me that you're not only just your partner, but everybody will absolutely love you if you're shining your light brightly. Okay, I think there's a little bit of fear about that, of staying unseen because of what people will think. Please have some trust in yourself there. They're all actually waiting for you to step up. Okay, so please have some trust that you can change things here, and trust that you are good enough. Margaret, I have my own energy business, but I can't shift my own abundance block no matter how hard I try. Yeah, Margaret. Yeah, I can totally relate. Totally relate. Sometimes we're our worst enemies, and we're also our worst students. Every now and again I think, Trish, just go and read your books again, right? The ones that you wrote to help other people, because I'm my worst student too. But Margaret, there comes a time, and this has happened for me recently, where you just feel so defeated. You're like, you know what? I give up the resistance. Show me the next step, universe. Just show me the next step. I'm giving up the resistance. And that in itself changes the cause. But you have to put finances high on your list of values, if not first, to begin making that change. If finances are 5th or 6th or 10th on your list of what's important in your life, then you will not find the energy, the time, the information, or the processes to make that a reality. You just won't. You can't motivate yourself to do something that's not important to you. So put finances up number one and sort them out, create processes, and let the universe know that you're serious about this, and start saying some money mantras and really make it important, right? I'm checking mine daily, sometimes a couple of times a day, because it's important to me. Okay, and things are shifting. So definitely try that, Mark. All right, let me see what comes up for you, Margaret. Oh, I haven't used these cards for a while. Oh, look at this, within the next few weeks. Well, that's really great news, Margaret. I feel things will change for you. This might just have been that one little shift to the cause of things that will really create a new effect for you. Okay, put money as your finances, or your financial freedom, or your savings, or whatever it is about money. Put it at the top of your of your values list. and make it a priority. Now, I had mentors telling me this for years and years and years, right? And I just didn't get it. But recently I have got it, and everything's shifted within a month. So it can happen really fast. And it was really just that tiny little mind shift. That was the cause. I changed that. The effect now is changing. So Margaret, within the next few weeks, I think things will change for you as well. Okay, I'm so glad you're here tonight to get that message. Hey, Donna. Oh, hey, Cash, no problems. Tracy, I always feel no good for anyone and no good for me either. I'm a failure and not good at anything. Well, you know what, Tracy? I want you to write a list of 10 things that you're good at, because that statement, I'm not good at anything, is not true. Okay? Make that your homework tonight. 10 things that you are good at. You're a very good wife. And I'm sure there are many things that you are good at outside of that. So write a list. And then you can really start to change. Here's the thing. That's the cause of some of the outside stuff you're experiencing. Actually, all of it is your words. So if you keep saying to yourself, I'm not good at anything you try, you will fail at. And then you'll be proven right. Anything you say or put out there or ask for or express, you will receive. The universe is always giving you what you ask for. If you're asking for proof that you are not good at anything, you will get it. Okay? So change your words. Write a list. 10 things you are good at, Tracy. Do it tonight. Let me pull a card for you. Because things will not change on the outside until you start using new words, new thoughts, and new feelings. No. The answer is no, Tracy. It's not true. It is not true. Okay? Now, I could say I'm not good at anything, but I wouldn't, because I know that that's not true for me. I'm not good at everything, right? But I know I'm good at some things. So, you have to change your wording. That's the cause. That's the cause. And that will change the effect. That will change how things show up for you. You might, change that language, and by the end of the month, you might all of a sudden have this newfound confidence in yourself of, wow, I really am good at a lot of stuff. And then you'll have more things coming to you that you're good at. Okay. All right. Hey, Sally. All right, Cash, why would me, keep saying these words over and over, I'm sorry, or I'm so sorry? It's many coaches and mentors now are kind of saying, to stop saying sorry all the time, because we're indicating it or implying that we're at fault in some way. You bump into someone in the street, oh, sorry. Well, they bumped into you too, so it's not actually your fault. Maybe something else needs to be said, but it's just so ingrained in us to say sorry all the time, because, we kind of feel that we're at fault. And it just depends how it's affecting you, Cash. If you feel that you don't want to be saying that anymore, then what created you wanting to say that? What's the cause of that? Why do you feel that you need to be saying sorry all the time? And speaking of saying sorry, I would really highly recommend you and everyone who's listening to do some of the Ho'oponopono meditations and forgiveness exercises. they really do clear a lot of stuff. I've got one on my YouTube channel. If you just look up Trish Rock on YouTube, I've got a beautiful one there that I created. But the Ho'oponopono is a forgiveness mantra. It's a Hawaiian forgiveness mantra. And you can be forgiving somebody in particular or yourself, or just keep saying it over a situation or just in general. And it clears a lot of deep stuff. It clears a lot of the cause that is creating our external effects. So look that up on my YouTube channel, or just Google it, guys. Ho'oponopono. It's a beautiful saying. It's please forgive me. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. You can also start it with I forgive you. I'm sorry. Thank you. I love you. It's a really beautiful 4-sentence. Get yourself into a mantra about it. The meditation I've created on YouTube goes for about 20 minutes. It's beautiful to listen to every day. It really will clear a lot of things. So, Cash, I'm not quite sure why. Oh, thank you, Cash. So I would actually just ask yourself, what's the cause of that? Why do you feel you have to say sorry all the time? Oh, Melissa. Oh, thank you. You're welcome. You're welcome. Okay. Hey, Carla. How you doing? What would you like guidance on, Carla? Tell me what you need guidance on today. Oh, you're welcome, Cash. Hey, Jenny. What would you like guidance on? Oh, thank you, Melissa. Hey, Pat. Yes, I'll definitely pull a card. Oh, pull a card for you. Actually, I don't have to pull a card. They fly out. In the near future, I love this. This is usually about 3 months. I'm hearing November. It's November. I kind of feel that this is, they're saying a dream come true. So whatever that means for you, Pat, that will mean something different for everybody. But for you, it's saying a dream come true. I like they kind of got like to me, it feels like victory. It kind of feels like they've got the victory baton there. So I just feel in the next few months, things are shifting around for you, and that's because you're changing at the core as well. You're changing some of the causes. You're changing some of the elements internally that are going to shift the external as well. And I think you'll start to see those tangible physical results, at least by November. So that's good news. All right. Hey, Angela. You're scared of abandonment, right? So your fear of abandonment is the cause. That's what you need to work on, right? That's the issue. The relationship is not the issue. And if you can really separate those two things, Angela, and really work on what the actual issue is, which is that fear of abandonment, then the relationship will also be healed. Okay, so do some work on that. Do some work on that. Come and have a reading with me, or join my mentoring program. It could really make a big difference for you now that you know and understand the cause of it, and you know that it's the relationship is not the issue. Okay, so many of us focus on what we think is the issue, which is exactly the same as what I've been saying. You focus on the effect, you think that's the issue. It's not the issue. The issue is the cause of it, right? Work on the cause of it. All right. Hey, Cash, I bet I can also add one thing. You're a good person. You're on here seeking help that day. Yeah. Oh, beautiful, Tracy. Yes, yes, yes. Oh, you're welcome, Margaret. Yeah. It's so true. It's so true. Hey, Donna. Yeah. Awesome. Awesome. All right. Lena. Yeah, it is awesome, Michelle, isn't it? Ho'oponopono is awesome. And it actually took me probably a year to be able to even say it. So that's awesome too. Okay. Beautiful. Let's see. Who else has got JJ is to draw a card on finding my new home, please. So this is an interesting one, Jaya, and I hope you don't mind me using this as an example. So finding a new home, that is actually the effect. That's the external result. So you haven't found a home yet. So what's causing that delay? What's creating that delay? That's where you need to look. So I just wanted to mention that because that's a really good example of cause and effect. It really is, of focusing on the effect. The effect is you haven't found somewhere yet. That's the external effect. There's actually a cause for that. There's actually a reason why you haven't found something yet. And that's what needs to be worked on there. So let me see what comes up for you here. Oh, you're ready. There you go. That's the cause. You are ready. There must be something inside you, Jaya, that is saying that you're not ready. You're not ready for the move, or you're not ready for the next step. There might be something there that is just holding you back and saying that you're not ready. But the truth is you are ready. And as soon as you understand that from the internal and understand that you are ready, the house will show up. The effect will show up. Okay, so I hope that has I hope that's helped and given you a little bit of I don't like to say hope, but I hope that's given you a burst in energy this week to move forward with this, because you are ready. Okay, yeah. Make sure you're looking online on Thursday. Okay. I feel something will show up for you then. All right. Jenny, guidance in knowing I'm on the right track, or do I need to change my direction? I will pull a card on that, Jenny, but once again, this is an indecision within yourself. So what's the cause of that indecision? And for me, I feel for you it's I feel for you that it's a mistrust of yourself. A mistrust of yourself. That's the cause. Oh, look, once again, this has come up in the near future. I actually feel you are on the right track, Jenny. However, you're in the fear of missing out energy. So I feel you are on the right track, but there's this energy underneath all of that that says, oh, but what if there's something else? What if this isn't right? What if there's something else? And that is not going to end by you changing direction now, because you'll get comfortable in that direction and that fear will come up again. So you really need to work on that mistrust. I would also really get grounded here. When you're not grounded, it's very difficult to make decisions and to have that peace within yourself. And when you have that peace within yourself, you're not concerned as much whether it's this path or that path, because all you're concerned about is right now and feeling good. Okay, so get some grounding, and I feel for you this is going to become very clear very soon. And it's really just going to take a little bit of internal work here for you just to become a bit more safe and secure within yourself, and then you will absolutely trust where you are. Okay, I hope that helps. Oh, hey, Cash. I didn't get a card for you. Sorry. I don't know why. All right. Let me, because I was talking about your issue, wasn't I? So let me see what comes up for you. Oh, there it is. Oh, look at that. Abundance. So I'm getting the message here for you, Cash, that as soon as you stop apologizing for everything as if you've done something wrong, right, and you actually start to receive and know that you're worthy of receiving, you're going to get a lot of abundance coming in. Now, abundance to me is not just finances. Abundance to me is joy, happiness, new relationships, new opportunities, a real sense of well-being. So, try to shift that energy of feeling that you're always in the wrong and start to receive all of the beautiful kindness and beautiful things that are there for you to receive. Okay. All right. Hey, Carla. You are exhausted, Jaya. Yeah, absolutely. The next one will be for a bit longer. The next one will be a bit more solid for you, okay, because you're ready for that as well. So, okay. So if I don't get to you for readings, because I've got so many people on here and I miss a lot of the messages. So, but please know that, if you do hear another message that I give somebody else, that might resonate with you as well. I do my best, but I can only read for a certain amount of people. I only have a short amount of time, okay? And tonight we are talking about where you're feeling stuck in changes in your life. And I'm trying to answer those questions. Oh, you're welcome, Cash. Yeah, perfect. Thank you, Jenny. So, Carla would love guidance on finding your calling. Now, this is an interesting one, isn't it? 10 years ago, and I just want to tell this little story because 10 years ago, I sold everything and left. I sold my business, my house, some of my furniture, and I left the state and I moved somewhere where I didn't know anyone. And I did that because I knew I had a bigger purpose, and I didn't know what it was. And I thought that my environment was keeping me stuck. So once again, I was blaming the external, the effect, right? I wasn't going straight to the cause. Until a few years later, I'm sitting there with nobody around me in a whole different environment, and the effect was still the same. I still was lost. So I then had to start working on the cause of things. Now, 10 years later, I've come full circle here, and exactly what I was doing back then 10 years ago when I was speaking my message is exactly where I am now. And I understand now that this is my zone of genius and this is my purpose. But I had to go through that cycle to really understand it and to get in here to get the message and to shift things from the inside. So, Carla, I would write that list. What brings you joy? Now, when I first did this list, it was like helping people. Helping people brings me joy, but you have to be more specific. So what really brings me joy, and this is in my work life, personal life, I have other things that bring me joy. In my work life, what lights me up is being able to shift somebody's perspective or an old thought or an old belief and see them light up with the possibilities of something else that they had never thought of. That lights me up, and that's my passion. And how I do that, I'm very clear on now too, although in the beginning I wasn't clear on how I would perform that purpose, that passion. You know, what modality would I use? What avenues would I choose? So get clear on what it is that lights you up, what brings you joy. And, you know, I know for many spiritual people and intuitives, that same thing that lights me up lights them up as well, but in a different way. And they use different tools and they use a different way to create that effect. Once again, we've got cause and effect. But that lights me up, and I've created the way or the business or the program, whatever you want to call it, around that, that also lights me up. And then I attract the people that are also lit up by that, right? But it all gets very complicated if you get too many steps ahead and you start, you know, your mind just goes in overdrive. So the first thing is, what brings you joy? What do you love doing that brings you joy? And I love working with people on this because sometimes we make things so complicated. We absolutely do. And what brings you joy is probably already present there in every day, but because you're already 20 steps ahead, you're not seeing it. So really write that down. What brings me joy? What do I love doing? Even at the end of the day, what did I love doing today? What lit me up today? What did I love doing today? Okay. All right. Hey, Kylie. Oh, who else? All right, Kylie. I feel I'm not moving forward. Been in a town for 4 years. My kid's doing great, although I feel like it's sapping me to the core. Yeah, Kylie, you know what? I felt that way in the place I was living also 10 years ago. And I chose to move. I also felt that way a year ago and chose to move to where I am now. Now, when you've got kids, it's more challenging. You know, I've just got the dogs and a cat now that's adopted me, but, you know, it's still challenging with animals. But with kids, when you've got them in school, you've got their sport, everything else, it is more challenging. So if you are able to move, great. Do what I do, get a map of Australia and just go, Spirit, where am I going? And it will come to you every time you look at it. You'll go, there, no, yep, no. But if you can't move right now and you want to get out of that funky feeling of, you know, not feeling comfortable there, and once again, I would ask you to ask yourself, what brings me joy? And find elements of that in your everyday life right now. Because sometimes you know, if you're focused on the stuff that you're not enjoying, you can't see the rest. Let me pull a card for you. Oh, no, that's not it. I've just got a few more minutes. Oh, Carla, I didn't pull a card for you either, so I'll pull a card for you in a second. All right. Trust. That's come up twice. Kylie, you've got to trust yourself. So if you can move, great. If you can't at this moment, try to find the things that bring you energy, the things that energize you, and really trust that. I'm getting the sense that there are some people you need to let go. There are some people and some situations that you need to let go because they're zapping you. And you need to trust that that's okay. This is a trust in you, not whether people like you or not. Okay? That will really help. Yeah, that will really help. All right, Carla. Whoa, that one flew out. Don't stop. Don't stop, Carla. Keep going, keep going, keep going. This is about your purpose. It's going to be so clear. They're showing me a light bulb going off. Don't stop, it's coming. Okay. All right, Margaret. Oh, you're welcome, Margaret. You're carrying going, changing life. Two had a sold up pretty much everything and have started again. Yeah, Margaret. It's yeah, I've started from nothing quite a few times now, and it's quite cleansing, actually. I like it, but it's not the lifestyle for everybody, and that's okay too. But I have found the energy nicer for me where I am now. This isn't my forever home. I'm needing to be closer to a beach, so I will be having another move, and ultimately I feel I'm going to end up in Hawaii. I've already had that vision, so a bit more travel for me yet. But Margaret, you can absolutely change things right now with a money mindset. Put it number one up on your list. All right. Well, it's 7 o'clock. Thank you, everybody, for showing up. I hope this has been an interesting discussion for you and you've had a few light bulb moments. And just remember that anything that you want to change has to change from the cause, not from the external, not from the effect. It has to change from where it starts. And that usually is from a feeling, a belief, a thought, a word, an old perception, an old habit. Okay, change that and the external will change. Absolutely. Check out all the links that I've got in the description. You can head over to my website and check out my program, Your Abundance Identity. I really help you in this program change your persona from who you are now to who you desire to be. And it's not as difficult as we have been told. Everything's changed for me in a month. So check that out if you would like to get involved with that. And I'm taking new clients on this month, so I'd love you to be one of them. I will see you again next Sunday night at 6 o'clock. Thank you again to Sarah and the Spiritual Events Directory. And you will notice on the banner of Spiritual Events Directory there is a relaunch happening for the directory. So get behind Sarah on this and, get into the event page and really share it with your friends and let everybody know. Okay, thank you, everyone. I'll see you next week. And I'm not sure if Sarah's back yet to turn this off, but I will see you all next week. And I hope you have an amazing week ahead.